Throughout all the years I've been making videos on this channel, I've had to talk about a variety of topics around technology. With many of these videos, there have been some very specific details I have needed to rattle off. For many years, I would just use a piece of paper I wrote my script on, or I would have my computer just off camera and occasionally look over to refresh myself on the lines between takes. But a few years ago, I found a device that helped me take my on-camera production to the next level. And now, I figured it's finally time to make a video giving it my full review and why I think it's one of the most essential tools to use. I'm Connor Mitchell, and you're watching Dragon Rider Network's review of the Parrot V2, the world's most portable and affordable teleprompter. Let's get into it. This teleprompter comes in at $99 and comes with a teleprompter itself and several lens rings that adapt to different size lenses on your DSLR. There's also an option for Bluetooth remote for controlling the text on your phone. The Parrot V2 is very small and is made almost entirely from plastic. I can easily hold it in my hand and pack it into my camera bag when I'm on the go. This makes it easy to bring the teleprompter on the go, which is what I did when I was covering CES earlier this year. Wow, that feels like a long time ago. On the front, you will find a plastic cover that protects the 7030 beam splitter teleprompter glass and keeps it from getting scratches. On the back, you will have a metal cover where the camera lens adapter is attached to the camera lens. On the bottom, you will find a plastic base with a spring, which is what holds your phone. Your phone then runs the Parrot Teleprompter app, which is both available for iOS and Android. When it comes to the positives of this teleprompter, they are pretty straightforward. With the help of the Parrot V2, it's easy to rattle off detailed information in a single take, meaning that the time you spend trying to record your A-roll narration is going to be far shorter. This also allows for a much more streamlined editing process when you finish recording your videos. When I started using the teleprompter, I then had much less stuff I had to cut out when editing my videos. The plastic base can hold iPhones ranging from the iPhone 6s to the iPhone 11 Pro Max. I can even use it when my iPhone is still in the OtterBox case. You just have to make sure the phone is correctly centered in order for you to see all your text. But the best part about the Parrot V2 is the fact that the setup of this teleprompter is so drop-dead simple when compared to other traditional teleprompters on the market. When all goes well, the setup of the Parrot V2 is near instantaneous, but I must emphasize, when all goes well. Being this projector is so cheap, not all the hardware is going to be top-notch. The lens adapters must be screwed perfectly onto the front of the lens, or they pop off when you're trying to get the teleprompter attached. The spring mount that you slip your phone into is definitely good at holding your phone in place, but it becomes very cumbersome if your teleprompter is already attached to the camera, and attaching the teleprompter with your phone already in it becomes another kind of challenge as well. Because this teleprompter is so small, it does become rather impractical if you are using it in a large studio environment. For me, considering the spaces I've recorded in have never gotten much larger than the room I'm standing in right now, this has never really been a problem for me. But if I was ever required to be standing more than 10 feet away from the camera, reading the text would be quite difficult. The Teleprompter app is pretty standard when it comes to setting up your text and displaying it on your teleprompter. Controlling the size and speed is something that needs to be fine-tuned over the minutes before you even start. Now, being as honest as I can from my experience, the Bluetooth remote is terrible. It's always failing to pair with my iPhone, and the controls for the most part only seem to be able to start and stop the text scroll. Sometimes if I'm lucky, I'm able to get the scroll to go up and down, but I've accepted the fact that it's a lot easier just to let the text scroll at a natural pace and try and keep up. In a weird way, the Parrot V2 has forced me to relearn how to make videos. Reading from a teleprompter doesn't sound too much like a skill, but it really is. Sounding natural while reading from a script placed right in front of your eyes takes a lot of practice. And I have the advantage of every word I read being one that I wrote. In the industry, some people who read from teleprompters are seeing the text for the very first time. Not everyone can perform reading from a teleprompter as naturally as they do in the movies. And yet, even though I've been using it for a few years now, I am still very much in a learning process on how to get better and better with a teleprompter, as I have learned from many of the commenters on my videos who have told me that I almost never seem to blink. Overall, I think this is not only one of the best tools for video production I own, but I think it is downright essential for those looking to better themselves when it comes to recording videos of themselves talking about various topics, typically ones that they would then upload to YouTube. For $99, it's certainly not going to break the bank, and with its size, you can bring this teleprompter pretty much anywhere you are looking to produce videos. There are some compromises on hardware given that it's so cheap, but for what it offers as a return, it's quite hard to beat the Parrot V2.